Again.
And were you walking for someone in particular?
Yes, I was inspired 2 years ago. My niece was only 38, and she had breast cancer, was going through chemo, and my sister's a 14-year survivor, and my friend this year, one of my neighbors, is going through chemo right now. So I'm walking for them, and a lot of people that contributed to me, I'm walking for their family members and friends, too.
All right, Linda, thanks so much for doing it. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay, have a good one.
Thank you.
I'm going to hear from Bob now. Hey, Bob, how are you?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, thanks.
You know what, we were so glad to hear about the men who were getting involved in this. What prompted you to join up?
Actually, a very good friend of mine gave me a Christmas present this past Christmas that she was walking in honor of my mom. And I, after a few minutes of going through the tears, I was able to tell her that I would walk with her. And then a couple months later, my sister was diagnosed with breast cancer, which gave me even more incentive.
Wow. And how did you find it, Bob?
It was the most powerful experience I've ever been in. It just... I didn't have enough tissues with me, let's put it that way.
You know what? We all felt that way, particularly at the closing ceremonies. Well, thanks so much for doing it, and good luck to your sister.
Thank you.
Okay. Becky, if you had to describe like those closing ceremonies, particularly for you, someone who did lose her mother to this disease, is there a way that you could describe them?
It was so emotional. Like I cry a lot. I mean, in the beginning, when I first lost her, I still cry at certain things, but just being with all those women and all those men who were touched by it, and just seeing everybody, I spend all that time just thinking about my mom. And it's just so, it's powerful, it's emotional, and you don't want to cry that hard. I just know how I look when I cry, but
it's also
you cry so hard.
It's cathartic, though, isn't it? You're there, you're physically tired, but you're emotionally charged, and then there's closing ceremonies. You see the shoes in the air, and
the roses.
The roses.
We had our roses, and the whole thing is just, this is one of the most incredible experiences you can go through, and you just feel the love and the warmth all around you, just from everybody. It's just amazing. It's just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Well, we weren't the only ones who were touched by it. We do have an email that I wanted to share with you from Julie Calker. She wrote to us before the show, and she said, Lynn, my two sons, Kenneth and Christian, are on the 3-day road and safety crew. These are special men who have carried me. They took care of my surgical drains. They dried my tears. And all the while, they covered their own fear that their mother was dying. Without all of the support and love, I would not be here. We saw these guys. We caught up with these two fine young men when we were on the crew, and we just wanted to give them a very special shout out to Kenneth and Christian, and they had a very special message. They said that they loved their mother very, very much, and there was nothing that they wouldn't do for her. We'll be back with more.